Welcome back to my sign painting vlog. I'm Greg Gannon of the Baltimore Gannons, painter of signs and murals. I just wrapped a job down in DC. I'm a Baltimore guy, by the way. So the drive was a lot of fun. And I'm not being facetious. People always think I have a really dry sense of humor. People are always thinking that I'm joking when I'm not. And I wouldn't want to have to do it every day. I love my Baltimore jobs. I loved working at the Jewish Museum of Maryland. That was such a great location. Wow. Okay, but back to Bridge District. Oh my god, I'm just out here to shoot a vlog. But like I've walked up on a deer. And there's one over here. No big whoop. Gotta keep an eye out for wildlife when you're in Baltimore County. My first few days on the site at Bridge District, I was trying to figure out which microphone worked well. I was also painting. I got an incredible amount of painting done in those first few days. I even started out making notes in my binder. Like, I got this done, I got this done, I got this done on day 1, this done on day 2. I've been starting out like that on jobs and then just leaving it. I tend not to keep it up. I should do that every day. Like a little journal. I should make my work binder my journal. It's also a sign. The binder doubles as a sign for the dashboard so that I can put it up on the dash if I'm ever sort of double parked or parked in the loading dock of a place where I'm about to paint. You know, they don't know me yet. They might have me towed or something terrible like that. So I put the binder up on the dash, and it just assures people that things are official. That they're in good hands. I've thought about this. I've done this before. I've been to other sites where I consider you. I consider not taking up parking that is important to be used by your maintenance men, your exterminators, and your Uber Eats delivery guys. You know what? I was going to vlog about work, but it's really beautiful here right now. I mean, the last time I was here, picking my kid up from nature class, this was like covered in snow, and I was trying to see birds. Like they keep a bird feeder over here. And I was trying to see if I could use my Sony Handycam to capture bird videography. You can't. It doesn't work. When you get zoomed out all the way, it doesn't have very good detail. I really liked the size and the scope of that job at Bridge District. There was so many items to do that I could go prepared for like 3 or 4 of them. Really, I think the first days that I got there, I was only bringing 2 transfers, so I had 2 signs that I could fully paint. And then I had a ton of stuff to measure. So I was covering a lot of ground, making good use of my work cart, which is one of my favorite pieces of equipment. I should do entire videos about the cart. Cart still needs work. Kind of needs taller rails around the side. Before I started it, I thought this is the perfect one to perfect my little vlogging kit that I want to do. I want to make one out of wood. I know it sounds weird, but I think it could work for me because then I could just screw it to my countertop on my cart and have the camera and the mic and even some lights even sort of built into it. Forget I mentioned that, okay? I didn't mention that. I just love a job like that where there's I don't really know, 19 signs to paint, something like that. Some of them quite large. And there's just always something to do. It's not like if one wall is sweaty or if the paint's wet on one of them, you don't have something else to do. It came out really well. When you stay at a place like that for 2 months, you start feeling like you're kind of at home. You know, you get used to where the bathroom is and where you keep your paint. It can get messy, you know, but I made sure not to leave a mess. I took all of my paper patterns, I rolled them up, I trashed them, I put them in a trash bag. I never figured out where the dumpster was there. That was one key item that was missing. I mean, but it's not so much trash that I couldn't just bring it home. My iPhone battery died. Can you tell the difference? I bet you can. Now I'm on the Pocket 2, which I also used at the Bridge District site. I shot what I thought were some pretty interesting time lapses that you can do with this thing. You can make a moving time lapse. When I was painting the little bicycle sign with the arrow down to B2, I didn't really take enough time to set those up though. It ended up getting a lot of the cart. I made some of my best videos when I was using this camera, the DJI Pocket 2. I got it right before I did the Storehouse mural, which was also designed by Younts Design. That's like a marijuana dispensary place on Falls Road. And across the street, I shot a video about 2 different signs at the Mount Washington Autohaus. And one of those went viral. It was really fun. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks. That one was really super because I'd walked by that place hundreds of times and noticed that they had 2 distinctly different but similar signs for that business. And I guess I started off the short video about that with a really good hook by saying, I'm not a graphic designer, but I always really appreciated these 2 different signs for the same business on Falls Road here. So between the 2 of them, this one's definitely my favorite. Of course, as a sign painter, I'm always on the lookout for something hand-painted. And I don't think this one was hand-painted. It's just too perfect. But it was based on a hand-painted style. I think the sign shop guy that handled this one spaced things out, maybe for legibility. And I think they made the W smaller because it looks light. But on this side, the tails do touch the next letter. It's taller, it's less legible. I'm going to guess that Mount Washington Autohaus was a stencil and it was painted on. And the welding expert foreign auto repair, that was added later because it's cracking vinyl. Also, I think it might be an example of refinement culture. Hey, somebody just pulled up. Maybe they know about the science. I'll ask them. Drop a comment if you have expertise on the matter. I'll be over here painting a sign. And that old fella didn't know anything more about it. So I'll do an update if I get any more info. I got the scoop from the owner of the mechanic shop, a place I just made the reel about. The sign I like was made in 1978 when I was 1 year old. And the other one was made only like 10 years ago by a place in Catonsville. And they got the phone number on it. Plus, Brian, the owner of the Mount Washington Autohaus, is like a really nice dude. And he gave me a lettering device it's something that electricians use to label the breakers in a panel. So it's kind of an old label maker for electricians. What a nice dude. Sony Handycam mounted to the A column in my Ford Econoline club wagon. How does this look compared to all of my other cameras? I'm driving by some guys doing surveying right now at Lake Roland. Whoa, they had to climb up the ramp. Yeah, they're surveying. I wonder if I can point this around. Probably could. Okay, maybe this would be a good test. Like it's looking at me. It's focused on me. Hi, this is me. I need to clean the lens. But look, I can just zoom, and I can zoom in on fun details in the same shot. Look at that 8.